Page 10, Maple Leaf Rag. We have a piece of ragtime music. This is fun. On pages 8 and 9, let's talk about this. They talk about scales, and the key is C major. No sharps or flats, all the white keys. And I've already told you, you need to be able to do the scale in C major. And according to what this book is saying now, you need to be able to do it 2 octaves up and down, which in my video, scale video, it's the intermediate level. So make sure you can do the intermediate level. Do the stuff I explain in the scale video. They have different rhythms going on here, and it's doesn't matter what the rhythm is, but it's got to be controlled and even though. I prefer to use the approach I have in my scale video, but this is fine too. The A minor, you see at the top there's a C in the line, then A minor. Well, again, both of those keys are no sharps or flats. They're relative. So do the A minor scale too, 2 octaves up and down. And do the harmonic. That's the one I cover in the scale video. It's where you raise the 7th step here. Here. In the book, they're showing both. They're showing a natural minor, which is no sharps or flats. That's the natural minor. They're also showing the harmonic minor, and that's the one I cover in my scale video. You raise the 7th step. Here. And that's the one I encourage you to learn, the harmonic minor. You get that a lot in the music, more than any of the others. Then they cover the chords on page 9. Primary chords. One chord and its inversion. There's different fingerings for these. The fingering in the book is fine for now. When we get into a piece, I may offer another fingering. And the A minor is the one chord. Okay, you need to do these in both hands, by the way. Just so see. One hand at a time if you have to, but it's got to be both hands. I mean, both hands have to be able to do it. You don't necessarily have to do it together, but both hands have to do it. A minor. They're not talking about the other primary chords. Okay, that's fine. Really, it's the inversions. They're just taking it and inverting it. All right. You see, as you're reading more and more music, you'll learn to just recognize these chords as one unit, as one thing. And you're not thinking about 3 notes. Oh, 3 notes, I got 3. You just see it as a chord in whatever inversion it's in. I mean, you may not know the number of the inversion. Is it first or second inversion? Don't care. I know it's a C chord, and I've seen that pattern before. I just do that. Now, Maple Leaf Rag. C major, of course. 4/4 time. Got 8th notes all over the place. Right hand first. When the right hand comes in, it's coming in on the and of 1. 1 and. And you're up here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And then the thumb comes down. Again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, because that's tied. Next line, you just come up a little bit. Thumb stays where it is. 1. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You're playing on the ands. Isn't that fun? The left hand plays on the beat. That'll help a little bit. Top of page 11. I'll come back to this more when I put the hands together. Just get the notes right now. It is a E flat, G, C. In various octaves going up. Same 3 notes. Here, and here, and here, and here. You can use the fingering in the book if you want, but if you got big fat fingers, that doesn't work real well. You need to do that, and that's okay too. So it depends on the size of your hand. And then measure 7, you're up here. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. They've got 5th finger on it. I don't like using 5th finger on all those notes. You need 5th finger on the last one. The one that's accented. You need 5th finger on that one. But you don't have to do the others with 5th finger if you don't. You can do them with 3 or 2. Doesn't matter which finger you use. But make sure 5th finger's on the last one. I don't recommend 5th finger, okay? So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So it's tied. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and you get the same thing an octave lower. Again, I don't care how you finger it, but you need fifth finger on the last one. Now, measure 12. They're saying this and then reach down. That's a stretch. So if you want to, on that G, on the third beat, instead of 2, put third finger on it. That makes it easier to reach that. You could even use fourth finger. That way it's even easier to reach the C. So either 3 or 4, either one, I don't care. Then the last line. Left hand. Now left hand gets the beat, it's the drums. It's on the chord, pickup beat. It's fourth beat, and it's 5, 3. Right now, play these as connected as you can. And then 4, 3. They're saying 4, no, 3. So you just have to reach up a little bit. Now if you can't do that, it's unfortunate because you really need to be able to do that. They're saying, and you can get away with that if you want because of the staccatos. It's just a dangerous fingering style. It's kind of fun though. But I would recommend a 3. Second line, 2, and then top of page 11. There's C's in the left hand. Just C and a C and a C and a C. Don't care which finger you use a finger. And the second line is an F sharp, and a C and an E flat. You can do a 5, 2, 1, or a 5, 3, 2, depending on the size of your hand. And then the next one is C chord. They don't need the natural sign, but it's a good idea to put it in. That way you don't think, well, did they make a mistake and they meant it to be that way? Because harmonically it could have been. So to be clear, it's best to put in the natural sign. That's a good idea. Here, next line, we're in treble clef here now. Here, thumb, and then you have a G that's below 2 ledger lines. 1 ledger line, 2 ledger lines, and below is a G. G and an F, and here, you can also use 3, 2 there. It's up to you on the fingering. Next line is what you had up above earlier, but an octave lower. Thumb on the G, and then here. Put the hands together, slowly, ooh, you're here. Ain't that a mess? Let's look at this more carefully. Here, just check and see where the hands are playing together. Here, because most of the time they don't seem to be playing together. It's one or the other. Okay, and you'd repeat that. Let's go on here. Beat 4 is a rest, then the end of the page, and then you come down here. Eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. So you got to play that C again. Just hover over it and play it. And then we're up here. Again, second line there, measure 7. 4 and 1 and 2 and 1. Right there, E natural. And the same thing an octave lower. Very tricky. You have to go real slow, your speed, and then go back over all the little spots where you were hesitating, so forth. Because you get moving around, you got to look down at the keyboard to see where you're moving to. You got to watch the music, see what the music is. All of that makes you hesitate. So you got to work all that out. Go real slow, but work it out. The beat needs to be a steady. Left hand needs to be a steady beat. Eventually, at your speed, whatever it is. And then we can go back and add the articulation. Wrist staccato here, and the left hand, short staccato, and you connect the right hand at the same time. So forth. Then measure 3, it's an accent, a little extra oomph. And then top of page 11 here, play it as legato as you can. Just because you're moving around so much, just play it as legato as you can. I mean, you have to pretty much memorize the line, but if you can get the first 4 notes, you've got it. Here, it's a C minor chord, because you're just playing it in a different octave. So once you know what the notes are, just play even eighth notes. You don't even have to look at the music for this. So it's here. And as that last bit, when you're doing that, and then you can look back up at the music to see what's coming, and you're up here. Staccato. And that's an accent then. Bam. And left hand has a tenuto in the next note. Hang on to that. You lift up, right after you play the A, you lift it up. And I would connect all this together in the right hand. So forth. So put in the accents and the staccatos, and otherwise just play it legato, play it connected. Then we can add the dynamics. This is a fun piece, a happy piece that's loud. That's for the right hand. This background, maybe moderately soft. Because this is loud. That's what's forte. Then that can come up to a loud. And now both hands are together. It starts out soft. And then the second measure, you have a crescendo. You're going to go up to moderately loud, but don't get there until the next line. So you're sort of moderately soft here. Now you're moderately loud. Go on up to loud. Right there. There you're loud. Down, moderately loud again, and go back up. And that's the right hand there. The left hand has to get back out of the way again. That second ending down there. The last 2 notes, short and very loud. Okay. Speed-wise, well, good luck with that. It's got to be accurate and controlled. It's a happy piece. Roadmap wise, well, you see the repeat signs on the first line, so you're going to play that line twice, or those 2 measures twice, not the whole line. You only play the pickup beat once. And then at the bottom of page 11, there's 2 endings. Ending 1 has a repeat sign and a DS. Well, you don't need both. That's a little confusing to me. A DS means go back to the sign, and the sign is over here on page 10 at the reverse repeat sign. Well, if you were to leave out the DS and just put in the repeat sign by itself, you'd go back to the reverse repeat sign at the beginning. To me, it's redundant. Both of those mean the same thing to me. So I don't know why the repeat sign is there. Now, when you do go back to the beginning, or the DS or whatever, make sure you repeat the first line again. See, a lot of times when we do a DC or DS, we don't take any of the repeats. We just play it straight through. Well, on this one, you need to do the repeat sign both. It would have been better, in my opinion, if they'd have simply printed out that first line twice and not use repeat signs. But they did, so okay, we'll deal with it. Anyway, then when you get back down to the bottom of page 11, second time you do the second ending, you're done. Something like that. Now, there's a little bit of pedal here on measures 5 and 6. And you simply push the pedal down at the beginning, and you lift the pedal up as you play the first note in measure 7. So we get staccato. Lift the pedal up with them. I'm not really going to show pedal because you're just doing it for that. Hopefully you can do it for that okay. I do a play with me on this very, very slowly. And I'm going to leave out the pedal on the measures 5 and 6 because you can hear the notes better. But we're going to go really slow. Well, we will do all the repeats and the DS and all that stuff. So I'll give us 3 counts because we come in on beat 4. 1 and ready and go and 4 and 1. Repeat. Rest and. And rest and. Repeat back to the top. Repeat.